Connor, brother, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry we didn't start on time, guys. I was in the bathroom. Appreciate it. Anyways, I haven't turned on my lights in my apartment yet, so at some point, no, I'm going to throw it to you and do that because I just noticed how dark I am compared to the last show we just did. It's a fun little summer glow here. Testing out all sorts of stuff. But no, we'll get into everything dirt racing tonight. Big win on Friday night for a guy that we appreciate around here. We have Knoxville Raceway GM Jason Reed. That's the prop you brought. We'll get to it. Mine's okay. Jason Reed's coming on. We're going to talk about free night at Knoxville. What a smashing success that was. I think they had near 8,000 people in the stands for a weekly race, and that's the best crowd I've seen since I started covering the sport by multiple thousands of people. So tons of stuff coming up. We might have a surprise guest, but no Ian Madsen later on. We're going to kick not kick the can down the road, but he's going to come on with us in a few weeks. I think he's working on some stuff right now, and we're hopefully doing some stuff with him coming up here soon. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Chris Weiser and the Weiser Companies. One of Chris's companies, ProfitMachine.ai, is helping small business owners utilize AI and increase profits across the board. Every business needs AI right now, but nobody knows how to use it. With Profit Machine AI, you'll get a dedicated development team, live and weekly coaching calls, sales scripts and pitch decks, as well as access to a private member community with 200 plus AI advisors. AI Profit Machine can help you out with all of that. Go to ProfitMachine.ai today. I gotta fix how I wrote that into my ad thing. Go visit their website. It's cool stuff. They got a questionnaire for you, and they'll divvy through kind of what you need and set you up and get you on the right track to help you utilize AI in your business. It's obviously ever growing. I think it gets a bad rap because of how people on Twitter use it for things that could be used for much simpler purposes. But Chris uses AI in ways that you can't even imagine. So visit ProfitMachine.ai today. All right, Noah. Pinch hitting tonight. I thought I sent a text to Eric Bridger. I remember in my mind I did. I may have sent a text to Ian Madsen thinking I sent a text to Bridger. So Bridger didn't. I don't think he even knew that tonight was the show instead of yesterday. Anyways, so just nobody blame Bridger, but Noah's going to co-host.
I'm happy to be here. We had two long-awaited events happening this week. One far more important than the other. Casey Kane getting his first World Outlaws win, and me co-hosting my first dirt show. So, very exciting stuff there.
I like how you're just making it about yourself too.
No. I said one was
no. It's okay. No. People like to accuse us of that. It's okay. It's all good. We roll with the punches here. It's great. Apparently, I don't got thick skin either, but who knows?
I can confirm he does not.
Oh yeah, no. Gay kid growing up in hockey, the thinnest skin in the world, huh? No, Casey Kane got his first World of Outlaws win on Friday at Williams Grove, and my goodness, Noah, did this reach your feed without? It did. Well, it probably did because of me.
No, it reached it without you even.
Oh, you reached it naturally. That's what I was asking.
I texted you on my own accord. Happy Casey Kane Friday to all who celebrate when I saw that.
Man, I got a phone call. I got like 17 texts within the minutes that Casey won. It was like I won the race. I'm like, this is awesome, dude. I think this was the most popular national tour win. Probably at least since Dave Blaney won. Dale Blaney. Either of them. I think they won in like back-to-back years around 2021 to 22. So one of those historian guys is going to be in our chat. We'll see if he gets on there to answer. I almost showed JoJo's comment from the last show. That was good. You brought your Casey Kane prop?
Yes, I did. I was excited. I said, oh my God, I'm going to be on the Dirt Show and I get to talk about Casey Kane winning World Outlaws. I haven't gotten to talk about a Casey Kane win in too long for my liking as a kid who grew up a Kane fan. So I brought his first Cup win diecast with me. I just grabbed it off my shelf and tried really hard not to spill my Pepsi on it as I walked out here. So
I got one at Nationals for $20, and because I was in a wheelchair, it is somewhere at my dad's shop.
There you go.
I do not have it, which ticks me off. I got the small one Nate Burrows gave me. That's on my shelf along with all the other big ones. So thanks again to Nate and our awesome fans. I should probably mention this on here. We have Always Race Day shirts now. We're partnered with Ryan Levitt and the guys at Track Threads. That's Ryan's company. Go to shoptrackthreads.com today and get yours. We have some that say late models suck. We have some that say it's always race day. We got crew necks in 3 different colors. We got sweatshirts in 3 different colors. So everything that you guys were asking for, and I think we're going to have to add a couple more shirts because my radio boss just replied with we don't have dirt on beer on a shirt. And I thought we were going to work with our guys at the station, but we'll do it through Ryan. I'd rather do that. So had I known that, we would have had the Lap Cars Have No Right shirt. I hope we can add them tomorrow. Like tomorrow, I'll shoot Ryan a text when we get off this. But if not, they'll be in the next drop. We'll get them around June. So make sure you order yours. It says pre-order. They'll go to print after May 31st, like the day after. It could just say June 1st, but I think May 31st is like the deadline. Order it before then. And then they'll go to print and you'll get your shirt pretty quick after that. I'll put some in and then we'll know how long it takes. And then we'll have that in the ad read going forward. But I'm excited that we're on there with a bunch of locals from Knoxville. Kate Higday's on there. JJ Hickle's on there. Everybody's saying it. Bleacher Report's saying it. I got in that cadence real quick. I just had to do it. But get on there at shoptrackthreads.com. Look at our stuff. Knoxville Knights is on there as well. It's cool to be on a site along with all the other locals around Knoxville. So I'm really excited about it. Josh, have you ordered a shirt yet? You said you were going to be a walking billboard.
My name's not Josh, but I will be a walking billboard.
Damn it, Noah. Just typed in Jason to send the email link so he can join. I had Jay in my head.
Hey,
I'll get there at some point.
We had Josh on the show, the last show, so it makes sense. I'll forgive you. I'm looking for. That's why I asked you when do my pre-order ship, because I was like I don't want to pre-order it and it'd be like a Lionel Racing turn time, then I get it in 9 months. So no, great turnaround time. I'm excited. I can't wait to get them in and wear it every day.
Noah, tell the dirt people what you know about dirt racing right now.
I know that there's dirt on the track. Oh man. All right. Well, I went to Knoxville for the first time a couple years ago. It was with the first Iowa Speedway NASCAR weekend. It was incredible for me. Just the speed, like when you're on the ground floor walking in to go find your seat in the grandstands, just the way that they fly by you, essentially eye level with you. And it was incredible. It's unlike anything I have ever seen. And so I thought that was really, really cool. I grew up loving guys, that are open wheel transplants, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane. I didn't get into dirt enough growing up. That just wasn't my background. And so I'm excited to learn more about it, excited to cover it, be a part of it, because I think it's really cool. Eldora Truck Race for NASCAR was one of my favorite dates.
I want it back.
I would love to have it back. I was heartbroken when Bobby Pierce lost to Christopher Bell. That one hurt my feelings a lot. And Bell's a Norman kid. Like I'm in Oklahoma. For those of you who don't know me, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm about 45 minutes from Norman. And so, it was torn there because I thought Bobby Pierce was badass the way he was wheeling that Mittler Brothers truck. So that
race is why Bobby and I are friends.
No, dude, he was wheeling it. I'll never forget it, man. It was incredible.
Yes, just background on that. Caleb, you can throw Jason in here anytime. There we go. How's it going, Jason?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Thanks for making the time for us. I really appreciate it.
No problem. No problem.
So, Jason, this is Noah, by the way. He's co-hosting with me tonight, pinch hitting. But wanted to really spotlight the free admission night you guys did the first weekend of the year. I heard the number was close to 8,000 people in the stands. One of the best, probably the best local crowd I've seen for a weekly show since I've started covering the sport or ever even heard of. As long as you're not going way back in the day, what people word of mouth turns into. But what was free admission night like for you guys? How big of a success was it?
I think it was a home run. Everything. I was just a little nervous, because the weather was a little cool. So I just didn't know how the turnout would be. But yeah, like it seemed like after 4 o'clock, 4:30, it just started almost like early night of the Nationals. People just kept rolling in, and they just kept coming across the street. Pretty soon, all the fairgrounds were full of cars. We're having to start turning people around and sending them back out because to find a place to park outside. So no, I was overall, I was really happy how it went. Craig Ford, Pellet Motors, he's one that partners with on this deal, and he was ecstatic. He was not getting over here till probably, I don't know, it was probably 6:30 or 6:45. He texted us, wanting to know how the crowd was, and I said it's awesome. And so he was really excited when we got here and saw the parking lot clear full and the grandstands filling up. So no, huge success, I think.
You told me a story, and I think I can share this, but at least the details I'll say. But you said you were kind of worried about that with Craig Ford's being the presenting sponsor of the night. You said once you found out it was a success, or once the night transpired, you guys were already talking about next year and how to do something bigger and better. Yeah,
like I said, he was really excited about it on Saturday night. We talked a couple of different times about it in the suite as the race was going on. But then I had Monday morning, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. He called me up, and he's still really excited about it. And he was asking, what do we could do next year, and how do we make it even better, and get more people there and expose them to the sport. So yeah, already trying to figure out what we want to do next year, and then making a plan for that.
So we're 13 weeks from Nationals. I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but what are you working on right now? And take us behind the scenes, if you want, on like a challenge that people aren't familiar with that you got to face or get through before those magical 10 days start.
Yeah, no, we're just working on the whole logistics part of laying out all the vendors and the t-shirt trailers, and then actually I have a group that meets on every Wednesday night. We met tonight before this meeting here, just got wrapped up about 7:30, I guess. And, just planning all the day events, what's going on the stage, and the pole unveiling for Ryan Timms and the bands afterwards. And, just making sure that we have all that stuff lined up and in place before we get there. So yeah, just a lot of planning meetings. We've been meeting every Wednesday, basically all winter long. And so just trying to, tidy up everything and make sure we have it all ready and make it the best ever for the 65th this year.
Yeah, the stage is one of my favorite, parts of Nationals among all the other traditions you guys got. But it feels like a really fun, open-ended concert to end the night. And, that you might not have heard of the bands that come play at Knoxville Raceway, but they always end up being spectacular. I don't know how you guys find some of these acts, but they always end up being good.
Yeah, we tried to, for the past several years, we kind of kept the same ones, but this year we are going to shake it up a little bit. One of the bands couldn't make it, and we haven't normally had one on Saturday night after the races on the Saturday night feature, but we're going to do that this year. We had a lot of people hang around last couple of years, and so we're just going to try that. So we've added a few, but yeah, we try to make sure that they can play a variety of music, that everybody will like. And if we do have a new one, we've try to go listen to them a time or two, or talk to some people that have, and try to make sure we find some good ones, because we want everybody to have a great time. So we put the effort into it to make sure we're what we think's doing the right thing anyway.
Yeah, I commend you because one, you're great to us, so I'm being kind of biased, but you're always down there when it's national season, especially, and even on a weekly show. And typically I see you at least once or twice a night normally, but during nationals you're everywhere and anywhere, and I see you multiple times throughout the evening. going around with, being with the crowd, being in the crowd and seeing how things are, and you get a firsthand look at, what you need to go talk about and plan for the other 355 days of the year.
Yeah, I like to really kind of go out and just see what everybody, what they are really enjoying, or if there's something that they don't like, I want to find that out too, so we can make it better for the next year. So yeah, I try to spend a lot of time in the crowd and moving around to the different events we got. Luckily, I've got a really great staff that works for us, and so I once we get going, we've got a playbook. We know what everything needs to be done. And we just make it happen. So that gives me the time to go out and interact with the fans and find out what they're thinking. And so yeah, I really like doing that. And I really outside of the Nationals, just like when I've been to Pennsylvania the last couple of years or something, I like to just go in the crowd there. And people ask me, I'll be wearing my Knoxville shirt, and they'll say, "Have you ever been to Knoxville?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I just don't tell them, that I'm part of it because I want to hear the real true thing of what they think about it. So I let them tell me a little story before, but then I eventually, end up telling them, well, I'm the general manager there. So, but I like to get the real story to start with.
I love it. Noah, you can ask Jason anything. What do you want to ask the guy that runs a racetrack, the most famous dirt racing track in the world?
What's your favorite story that you've heard from somebody in a situation like that, where they're like, "Oh, have you ever been to Knoxville?" and you let them talk a little bit? What's your favorite story you got from somebody in a situation like that?
I hear a lot of those, but yeah, I mean, most of them just like, all the some of them the parties like afterwards the band we're playing, they're just something that happens, or they get to tell them about, have you ever been to Knoxville? They got this chicken feed, on Thursday night. And they start telling, but they just think it's crazy. And it is crazy because there's all this hot chicken thrown out on the table, and people's just standing around waiting, grabbing it as fast as it comes off there. And like, that's been going on for 57 years now or something, And
is it that old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then now, heck, just 2 years ago now, I guess we started Wiener Wednesday. So the Fair Board started cooking hot dogs on a Wednesday night. That's just for hot dog people standing around with it. So yeah, it's just everybody having a good time. And then I love to go out there and hear them stories. How people, they'll be telling their friends, well, you got to go to Knoxville, you got to see this. And so yeah, I like hearing all those things, and I hear lots of them. So that makes the job a little better when we're putting all the time in the evenings and stuff working on making a great event.
No, we got to figure out what kind of cheap food we could cook on Friday nights or on Friday of the Nationals.
That's right.
No, I love it.
We'll have another meeting for that.
What's that?
Said we'll brainstorm. We'll have another meeting for that.
There you go.
we had a meeting yesterday. It was like 2-hour brainstorm sessions when we come up with our best ideas. Like hour 45 in, the first hour is typically dry. Yeah. How does that go when you guys are doing the same, brainstorming different ideas for Nationals? Give me the weirdest idea that never came to light, that maybe was you thought about it, or maybe you heard the idea and was like, no, we can't do that.
What have we done? We actually had it this year of like someone threw out an idea of bringing like Aaron Rodgers was thrown out there, and I'm like, well, I don't know how that's in the budget, or how you make that work. So, but it's having someone famous that everybody would know like that come. I thought we had a crazy idea with the skydivers landing on the front stretch, but we've successfully done that the last 3 years, and we've got them coming back this year. So that's turned out well. So now it seems like everything that we've kind of tried for the most part works out good. The JC Ball and on the horse with the flames and sparks coming out of her pole, she walked around around the track, and fireworks going off, and so seems like everything pretty well tried. We've got a couple things that we're going to try new this year at the Nationals that I think people will like. So I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet on it, but we've got a few more things that we're going to try, and some of them, one of them two of them I'm actually kind of nervous about on whether we can actually pull it off without any issues. So we got a little planning to do yet, but I think they'll both be good added things to the program.
I love it. As long as you don't pull an Eldora and start having a real life joust on the front stretch, I think
no, we'll appreciate it. We haven't talked about doing that yet. So.
Noah?
Man, all right. Sorry, I'm having a couple of technical difficulties here.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
No, I was just trying to make sure my computer's not gonna shut off on me. If you could describe Knoxville racing to somebody who's not as familiar to dirt racing, and you're trying to get them into dirt racing, like how do you describe that to people? What do you do to kind of get the inroads in there?
Oh, I mean, the racing part of it, or the whole nationals event? What are you?
I'll say the racing. We'll keep it that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just explaining to them that we're running 24 open wheel cars. It come feature time. They've got 950 horse and weigh 1,400 pounds with the driver in them. I said, if anybody that does that ratio thinks you've got to be a little crazy to be able to think that that's a good thing to strap yourself into that. But no, just try to tell them about the how fast the cars are, and the limited visibility they have, and no mirrors, no radio. We've got a radio where you can talk to them, but we're not telling them who's coming up beside them or anything like that. It's all on their own instinct. So yeah, just trying to give them the whole of what a driver is actually feeling. I've never drove one myself, but I think I can explain it pretty good.
Have you rode the two-seater?
I have not. Nope.
Okay, my hockey coach really wants to. I'm not putting this on. He was Terry McCarl's best man at his wedding, so we're going to try to set it up with Terry. But he really wants to. If given the opportunity, I would. But I've rode in IndyCar before. I rode in NASCAR before. Mm-hmm. The IndyCar felt a little crazier. I feel like the sprint car is just like 5 more notches of just gnarliness.
Right. Yep. I would say that's probably true.
And then with Knoxville and the free admission night, because I kind of just skipped over my questions to you.
Yep.
But the revenue wise, the money that you lost on that you typically get on ticket sales, did that crowd make up for it? At the concession stand, at the Knoxville owned places, I should say, the Knoxville Raceway affiliated places. I'm sure it was a great night for everybody. I think everyone enjoyed it that was there. But I'm asking, did you guys make your money back from what you would typically make on a weekly night, or does it all get counteracted by nationals anyways?
I think, I would say that we came closer than I expected to. Of course, with the help of Craig Ford, his partnership on it, that helped too. But yeah, the concession stand lines and the beer and liquor, they were like nationals lines, just busy all the time. So yeah, I think for the little bit that we might not have got back, we would have got it by charging the mission with the amount of people that showed up. I just think the whole exposure of I really hope the people that all told me that they would be back will be back. If they come to a couple more races this year, or they come to an outlaw race, or they're like, hey, let's check out the nationals. I think that's how we got to try to measure that success. So I'm not for sure. That's what Craig and I were talking about on Monday. How do we know for sure if it was? It's going to be hard to measure, but I think for overall, just like you said, seeing the grandstands that full, on a first weekend of May in Knoxville is unheard of. So I mean, that was really good, and just being able to see there was a lot of families here, and I see once again I mingle out with the crowds so I can see what's going on. But the beer and liquor and the concession stand, but Deb Dennison with her racing T-shirts. There was a lot of people still buying T-shirts, and so I think overall they probably still spent the same amount of money, just in different places than buying a ticket.
So, what do you feel makes the Nationals stand out, compared to other big dirt racing events?
I would say the fact that just like it's in the middle of town, so you can park somewhere in town and you can walk around all day and see the racetrack. You can go to Hy-Vee, you can go to the Dingus across the street, the Casey's. You can walk up and down and see all kinds of T-shirt vendors, sprint cars sitting in. We've got a parking lot right north of the racetrack that they're There's teams up there working all day on their cars. There's a frontage road right beside it that teams are parked there with cars unloaded in the road. It's just the whole atmosphere of being able to walk around all day and see nothing but sprint car people and the race fans, along with the Hall of Fame. You can visit there. There's places to eat. We got a couple of restaurants right there out, around the Hall of Fame area. So yeah, it's just when you get parked, you can spend the whole day here, and there's stuff going on the stage, during the day if you want to do that, or if you want to hang out in the campgrounds with people. There's just a lot of stuff to be able to do all day long. It's not like you have to sit around and wait for the event that night. If you want to do something all day long, we got something going all day long.
I always tell people too, for nationals, if you like going to the state fair, you might as well just go to Knoxville, because they got the state fair going on all day, and then you get a big damn race afterwards. So
yep. And so if you like to get up early in the morning, there's people around, some of them still up from the night before, or if you want to stay up late, you can be one of those, that group too. So it's sometimes I try to do both of those, and that's where it gets you in trouble. But
same.
It's just too much fun you don't want to miss any of it. So I try to take in all of it that I can.
Jason, you go off the wall with this one, but what's your favorite part of nationals?
My favorite part is really just seeing all the people coming in and hearing either one that they've, I love hearing the stories where I've been here for 30 years and I've stayed with this guy down the road in his house in his basement for 30 years. And I also like, hearing the people that like, this has been my lifelong dream to come to Knoxville, and this is my first time, coming, and when they hear how good of a time they're having. So just the whole atmosphere of seeing everybody. When you start the 360 Nationals, more and more people just coming every day. And just the build up to it is great. And then Sunday's like the worst day when everybody's leaving town, and it's like, man, it's all over, and we've got to wait another whole year. So
I'm with you on that. Actually, I've never asked you this. How did you get familiarized with Knoxville Raceway? When did you start going there? And how obviously it turned into you being the GM, but was that always a path you wanted to take?
No, I had no idea this is where I was going to end up, but I've been around here my whole life. The Knoxville Raceway is ran by a fair board. My grandpa was on the fair board back in the 70s and early 80s. So my mom did a lot of work out here in the concession stand and stuff. And so then I've just kind of been out here my whole life. And then, of course, the fair goes on here. So I showed livestock here as a kid growing up. And then I kind of just, after graduating high school, I just started volunteering, helping out, and then got on the fair board and was on the fair board for 15 years. And then I kind of got lucky and won the lottery and got this job. So I was working at 3M and decided they need to hire a general manager, and I was given the opportunity. So I took it, and it's been awesome ever since.
I got to say, you're fantastic at doing it. I was up at Iowa Speedway at a tire test yesterday. My co-host on the radio, Sean, likes to call it, I was tire judging, is what he was saying yesterday when I was gone. So if we don't have like a shot caller on him to get the words right, we can't get it. But I was talking to the track president up there, and he brought you up the second I brought up Knoxville, and said Jason's great to work with. So at every kind of instance I hear of your name popping up talking to someone else, he's fantastic. We had a great conversation, and I just love that you're talking to as many people as you can, that you give us the time. I feel like you stayed at the track for another hour to stay on our show, so I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
No, it's all good. I like I said, I like involving as many people as we can, and I like listening to everybody else's ideas of what they thought works and doesn't work, and then we try to figure out how we make that work here. So yeah, I'm always willing to talk to a lot of people. My wife, sometimes she thinks I talk to too many people, and she wants to get going on something else, and someone stops and we talk, for what she thinks is too long, but it's all good. So good to learn from other people.
Well, we'll let you get off here. Thanks for taking the time, Jason. I really appreciate it. We'll get you on again before Nationals for sure.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Weekend. There we go. Does that let him exit the app? I hope it does. We can hit kick out. Oh, don't ban from studio. We don't want that. There, kick,
yeah, please don't.
Kick from studio. There we go. Caleb must have gone to sleep. Caleb gets tired when we're doing our show. But no, Jason's awesome. He treats us great. Fantastic general manager over at Knoxville Raceway. Obviously, our favorite track. We are biased. Noah, your favorite track now too. Speaking for you.
Absolutely. Only dirt track I've ever been to. Shout out Knoxville Raceway, man.
That's the only one you've been to. Okay.
That's the only dirt track I've been to. We will change that. I live way too close to the Chili Bowl to not go. So
we'll get to Chili Bowl next year. We got shoot. shout out to Taylor. He said Connor repping the bench bomb. Shout out to Sean and Lucas. Appreciate you, Taylor. We do. So if this is your first time watching, and it might be Taylor's, I don't know, but I got someone else that texted me that they don't comment on us a lot, but over Twitter. This is our dirt show. We do the asphalt show every Wednesday at 7. The dirt show is sometimes on Wednesdays at 8. Sometimes it's on Tuesdays at 8. Really just depends on the weekend. We let everything jive. If you don't see it on Tuesday, it will be on Wednesday. That's the nice thing about it. I do like doing the doubleheader thing. It makes it's 5-hour radio days, but we just sit here and chill with everybody. So Josh Betts, hello. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for commenting. Jojo commented. Can I show Jojo's comment from Brad's profile picture? This is from our asphalt show. Comment on there. His that's not one of our shirts. Never mind. I don't even want to know what Brad's got on there. Jojo said the best thing that could happen to NASCAR right now would be getting rid of that whiny bitch Kyle Busch. So we got passionate fans. I love it, and keep it coming on the sprint car side, you guys. And I appreciate everybody that tunes in and watches. We got to talk about actual news that happened. So Casey won. David Gravel wins the next day. It seems like the point standing, like David Gravel's ran away with it. He's 88 points out from Carson Macedo and gained on him at Williams Grove 2 nights in a row. It's going to be really tough for Macedo to even claw back that far. I would say the positive for him is he's got time to do it, but David Gravel's on a different level right now.
I feel like every time I see David Gravel in the news, he's winning or he's close to winning and something happens.
Here we go. We got more from Taylor too. Said I went to the Knoxville Nationals last year, had an absolute blast. Hope to make it back this year. Hell yeah, Taylor, I appreciate it. Taylor. We might have Dirt and Beer shirts. I got to send a text tonight. We might. If we don't, available tomorrow to order, we'll have it in the middle of June at some point. So working on a ton of stuff. I appreciate all you guys, whether you're here from, I think Taylor listens to me on the radio. I think that's where he found our stuff. So it's cool to see kind of the crossover. We're hoping to do more. We're working on some things with Knoxville too on that end with the radio show. So hopefully we can make all that happen. And if you guys got any other comments about whatever, we try to read them all, put them all on the screen. So we were doing World of Outlaws. Noah, go ahead. Noah, you ask me. Actually,
okay.
We'll do our show like this. You look at the rundown and you look at something and ask me what it means.
Okay. What does it mean that almost all the high limit teams will be at Knoxville?
That was last week.
Oh, okay, great, wonderful. So yeah, this rundown's not updated. Wonderful news. Thanks, Connor. Really set me up for success.
Oh my! I'm sorry, my bad.
I was like, man.
Sometimes we use the doc, and sometimes we don't. It just depends who's co-hosting and what we want to do.
Tell me about Aaron Reitzel winning at Kokomo. How about that?
Oh man, Kokomo sprint car racing is so cool. It's the Rockets inside a gymnasium thing. It's the old Indy car in Iowa. It's cool, man. Aaron Reitzel gets the win in the high limit race. Ends up taking the lead in the point standings from Tanner Thorson by 9 points. That's the point standings in high limit. And now I'm interested in kind of the race for second, third, and fourth in the Outlaws, but high limit, listen to this. It's Reitzel's the leader. Tanner Thorson is 9 points out. Rico Abreu, 28 points out. Sneaky, a pair of sneaky good names. Gio Salzi, minus 42, And then in 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5th, Kerry Madsen, 5th in points with high limit. What are we? 12 races in the year with however many races we are into it with high limit. Kerry Madsen off to a fantastic start. We'll get him on here one of these days too, because he's a fantastic talker. I love the guy, but it's cool to see him have the national tour success that I think we all know he's capable of. It's just the consistency to get to the end of the season without too many DNFs or too many bad finishes. Finish the whole thing out. So I love what Kerry's built with that team he's with, and what he's been able to do so far is remarkable. It's been fun to see for the Australian native and Knoxville regular for 20, 25 years. Him and Ian were raised in there since I was a little kid. Those are the two names that I knew when I was a kid. That wasn't Steve Kenzer. So.
Oh, very cool. So where's everybody heading next then?
I thought I put it on the rundown, but I have not. So World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, actually, I abbreviated all of it so I can see why you didn't. World of Outlaws Sprint Cars this weekend are doing Let's Race 2 at Eldora with USAC, so they're both there. Let's Race 2 is like both sanctioning bodies. I think that's what they mean. I don't think it's 2 days in a row, but anyway, it's the World of Outlaws USAC combo weekend. I love that they do that. I love that Eldora hosts it. I wish we had more events like that. I think it'd be cool to have the USAC show be the support division. As long, I don't think USAC has the IndyCar problem either. Like in dirt racing, if you are both having a race, someone's got to go first and someone's got to go second. And no one really gives a shit. I do love that aspect of our side of the sport. That that wouldn't be an issue at all. It'd be more about like where money goes and stuff like that. But I wish there was more of those. Someday we'll get someone on here that knows the weeds of it. I think the World of Outlaws is racing with Super Dirt Car and at Georgetown right now. They kicked off 5 races in 5 days. I think they're up in Delaware. Christopher Bell and Stuart Friesen are both in this race that's going on right now. We don't talk big block modified racing a ton on here. Someday, hopefully
they are doing it.
Hopefully we're covering it every day, and that's important. If you want more Super Dirt Series stuff like that, let us know. We have so much bandwidth in my brain, and it seems like a lot, but then Connor forgets things. 72 hours pass and Connor forgets things. That's kind of how it works. So
7.2 hours pass and Connor forgets things sometimes.
Oh, 7 minutes, easy. Yeah, no.
7 minutes and 2 seconds.
Do you know how many times in the past 2 years what's your name? Okay, tell me your name again.
Hey, you called me Josh earlier, and we've
I got it now.
Maybe I just need to start wearing a name tag.
It would help, yeah. If we just made name tags the trend,
yeah.
I don't know what would have to happen with like Drake or Kendrick Lamar for that to go viral, but
somebody's got to do the name tag thing. It would help a lot, man.
What else I've written down on here? Knoxville this weekend will be round 3 of the weekly series at Knoxville. Oh, see, that's why okay, got it. I can see why you would have been confused.
You got everything sandwiched. The stuff at the end was for this week. The stuff in the middle was for not. I got to go back to building these, man.
Yeah, I know. It would help us out a lot. I don't have a ton more planned. We had blocked off the show for Ian. And not that I didn't write anything down, but I was like, we're going to have 6 minutes of filler time before we, anything else. So, did you see that late model? That guy, apparently that dude got suspended for 2 years.
Really?
I don't know if Caleb's, I did not send this to Caleb either. So this is probably a bad on me for bringing it. I don't know where it happened. I don't know what happened. He just used his car to push another car out of the way and then hit 2 people onto the ground.
Oh, no.
afterwards. So not afterwards, but like through the car hitting it. So that
did it work? Yeah.
It's rough. Someone asked me what I thought of it, and that's why I wanted to talk about it tonight. And it was just over a DM, and I probably could have just sent it back to him. But yeah, no, I support getting suspended for 2 years for that. I'm not, yelling about Port Royal suspending the guy for cussing in Victory Lane for a year. That one was stupid. Still looks stupid, by the way.
There's a spectrum of suspension now, like that we have established, where this is really, really dumb, and this is also really, really dumb, but they're dumb for different reasons. Don't ever hit people with your car, dumb. And why are you suspending a guy for cussing, dumb? So we've officially established the spectrum. We can put all future events on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely with you. Okay, Noah,
Connor.
we'll end on this.
All right.
Cooler event to bring back. Caleb's got it. Hell of a move from Caleb. Look at that. So I should probably play-by-play this, shouldn't I?
Froze. I think it skipped a little bit.
You're good. All right. So blue car comes here. We're gonna get right in there and bam!
Oh,
there they go, down like bowling pins.
Head on a swivel, everybody. Golly,
someone's gonna clip this and be like, "This is."
So he was arrested. So he was arrested and suspended. Wow,
that's a hell of a night.
Dude. Yeah, that's really scary. That's
the best plumber 604 Racing. That's got to be a sponsor. So there's 604 late model. I don't know if that's cubic inches. That's how it was explained to me on the 410 360 side, but I don't know what 604 means on a late model side. I can just tell you it's more. It's not the super late model, right? Like a super late model is the top level. You're going to 604.
Bicycle, and that would have hurt people. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, so guy's name is Greg Martin. I'd never heard of him before. It's not a series that we typically cover. And there's a lot of stuff out there like that. It's just like, no one's watching the 17th tier league of the indoor football sport, right? Or are you saying no? Okay,
I was going to say, is this where I get to talk about the Oklahoma City Yard Dogs again?
Yeah, we were on the meeting last night. We were talking Yard Dogs. Michael Waltrip just bought into an arena football team for the second time, the same team. So that headline came out yesterday. I tweeted it, and someone replied and said, they announced this months ago. Then I checked the team website. It came out yesterday. Like
Firefox.
Were they using Mozilla Firefox? Is that what you said?
No. Well, you were apparently. You're late.
No, that was them. Man, what? Oh, what was? I had something in my head. God damn. Eric said sorry for messing. He didn't. I never text him. This is on me. This is on me. Anyways. We'll be at Knoxville this weekend. If you're interested, buy a Buy and Always Race Day shirt at shoptrackthreads.com. And if you're waiting on it, I'll put something up when I hear the news. If we got 2 more shirts that we can throw up there for Noah and Sean. So it's always my friends that need the special treatment. Never
damn right.
No, I appreciate all the comments we got over the weekend. I hope you guys keep enjoying our coverage. We'll be back we'll get a couple. We'll try to have 2 interviews on here. There's no reason we can't. It's just I don't plan more than 4 minutes of the show if I'm set to have 2 interviews. So I'm kind of at a loss for anything that's going on right now. Ashton Torgerson, he's replacing Scott Boguski in I about said a media company from Des Moines name, not the one I used to work for either. It's Three Stooges Racing. And I about tripped myself. I called him Three Beards Media. Shout out to Chris Shipley. Good guy. But so he's taken over the Three Stooges racing car for the rest of the Outlaw season. So he was in one car after getting let go, or the 1A pulled off the tour, pulled into the garage essentially. But they parked that car for the rest of the year. He goes to one other team to fill a spot and keep staying on tour for points. And now he's got a ride for the rest of the year. You know, if things work out, obviously things didn't work out for them to already have silly season started. So that's, I think we've had 5 drivers, might be 4. So don't quote me on that, but already that many. Silly season just doesn't stop in sprint car racing. It does. From February to April, we're pretty safe. I'm going to jinx that. I'm going to jinx that.
That's like a third of the year, Connor.
Yeah. Won't be next year. Next year, someone's going to clip that, and it's going to be my fault. That's how these things typically go.
You did this. It is your fault.
Well, so we were doing the beer walk video a couple weeks ago, and it was with Kelby Watt. Out of Knoxville, super nice guy, and he's been on every week, by the way, with us on at Track Stuff. He's approaching Tasker Phillips level of being a story every week, which is insane. Major props to Kelby. That doesn't just happen because you're good at talking. I promise we'd talk to the same 5 people every week. But I had mentioned, like, it's been pretty quiet silly season so far. I'm kind of, knock on wood, I hope we're all right. And 3 guys got let go the same day. Like Monday or Tuesday after. So I don't know. I mean, my jinxing, it gets freaky. That's why I'm so superstitious. It's like I everything I touch turns to shit. So I've got to try and keep my sports teams honest on the good
reverse Midas touch, dude. Good Lord.
Yeah, no kidding. But yeah, I'll let you all know when we can on those 2 shirts that I think Noah and Sean might be the 2 people that it's one unit shipped.
Wonderful.
But we'll try to get them on. I will send that text the second we get off here. Keep commenting on our videos. Thank you to everybody that comments, likes, subscribes. My Twitter DMs are always open. It's very easy to find my email address. It's connorferg9@gmail.com. That's how you spell it right there. Alwaysraceday@gmail.com. Also an email address you can send stuff to. But appreciate it. We'll take, any feedback, anything you guys want to say, any ideas you have, anything you want to see us do during the Knoxville Nationals. We've started planning for 2027. That was the meeting last time. So just way above. We're going above everybody's heads in 2027. What was it? It was Caleb might not be there, so move that to next year's idea board. So technically we have that set up, and we're getting ready for this year's Knoxville Nationals, and super excited. Thanks to everyone that said something for this show. Oh, see, I've got to.
It is getting dark out. I usually have a curfew with Always Race Day. They said, Noah, you want to fill in on this dirt show? I said, yeah, man. The sun told me no. The sun said your time has elapsed.
All right. Brad so sometimes I full screen our show and the comments don't show up for me. I got to figure out how to fix that. He says 604 is based on the serial model number crate, like a crate late model engine. And so, yeah, there's also the 602, but not cubic inches. He said they're all 350 cubic inches. So cool to know. And yeah, thanks to everybody that tuned in. ShopTrackThreads.com. Get yourself a shirt today. And we'll see you at the racetrack on Saturday. Can't wait. Appreciate you guys. Do we know if Caleb's still up or am I pushing the button? It looks like I'm pushing the button. Okay.
You should push the button.
Double see you guys. See you on Saturday.